And we're back.
It was Philadelphia, born and raised.
No.
Well, sorry, in central Paris, born and raised. At the orphanage is where I spend most of my days. Chilling out, chilling out, relax, no. Maxine stealing some
Donuts.
Yeah, outside of the orphanage,
When a couple of guys who weren't from my hood
made friends with me,
Dang it. Hood is neighborhood in the next verse. Which is why I said that.
made friends with me, we stole some things and I got really excited, and that's how I became Sly Cooper, the thief.
And got knighted.
Yeah.
Welcome back. So this is just a mini game. They're just like, yeah, variety. And this is one thing I miss in games. But we were going to have a conversation about something else. Cartoons. It's become more normal for them to be weird. Like, cartoons used to be really serious. Even if you compare the 2012 Ninja Turtles cartoon to the 2003 Ninja Turtles cartoon. Like,
Which
even
was gold in my opinion.
the 2003 one?
Yeah.
Well, like, just even the way they look, it's dark and edgy, and
Yeah.
like they look like they're out of a comic book.
Yeah.
They look like adults. I think they are actually older in that one, but
Well, they're still called Teenage Mutant Ninja.
yeah, but they're always called, like, even in the Michael Bay movies, they are adults, but they're still called Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Because they like have flashbacks to when they were teenagers.
Chalk that down to something along the lines of turtles aging differently to humans or whatever.
Or well, they're mutants and
Yeah.
time travel, which
Yeah.
always happens in the Ninja
So
Turtles
like
universe.
technically they're teenagers because they're that age, but like
Yeah, but they look like they're like 25.
because they age differently.
Um,
But anyway,
yeah, so like SpongeBob kind of, I think it's SpongeBob that started it. I can't really think of anything that was weird
well,
before
okay.
that.
What you have to take into account is pre movie SpongeBob was way more structured, and generally the consensus
yeah.
is that it was better. Than,
I've only really, like, if I think about episodes in my head, like, it's all like seasons 1 to 4, which is that era. So
post movie SpongeBob was very because
I nearly fell over out of my chair.
SpongeBob.
Shut up! I'm talking.
Mi apologesa. But okay.
That's great.
All right. SpongeBob started this whole trend of being weird, and like that was a thing that they did in like Fairly Odd Parents and the Cramp Twins and all that stuff. Cramp Twins wasn't very popular or good at all, but you know.
But it was that same era that had like Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Yeah,
and,
exactly.
Like, all these sorts of shows.
But like, it gets
maybe.
to a point where like being excessively weird just for the sake of being weird and not really adding anything to the show became just how they structured. How cartoons became as a whole.
Yeah, and so now we're at this point where we have shows like Adventure Time and Gravity Falls and Steven Universe, which all have sort of different levels of weird, but they're all weird. Like, Steven Universe is kind of weird. Like, it's a fat Hawaiian kid with gem magic, whatever. It doesn't make sense if you've not watched it. But, like, and Gravity Falls is weird. Like, Mabel's sense of humor is really, like, dumb, and it's funny. It's refreshing, but, like...
Yeah.
But it's become commonplace. And by the way, can we just revel in the fact that pirates?
Yeah.
And the villain of this, by the way, is a pirate.
Yes.
Of this area.
Absolutely 100% top notch. This is completely amazing.
He's a pirate frog.
This is
He's a Welsh pirate frog. There we go.
this is glorious.
Because we didn't pay attention to his backstory.
Amazing. Frogs are pretty cool too.
Yeah.
But
his boss fight's pretty fun.
yeah, and so are the Welsh. But
Screw the Welsh. Oh no!
what have you done? Get the bottles.
So now that they're red.
Don't run away.
Now that they're red, they hurt you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I have to break the siren and then I'll come back.
You should have broken the siren first.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking.
But okay.
Where were we?
Okay, when you brought up when we brought up like when I brought up like weirdness of like excessive weirdness, and then you talked about like Adventure Time where it's weird, but like or new cartoons in general like Adventure Time and Gravity Falls and Steven Universe, where it's weird, but like it's not bad or like they try to. It's not just random, random. You know?
Well, actually, but that's the thing is they're the good ones of the batch. Like I'd also say there are cartoons of the same era as those shows, which didn't quite grip me the same way. Like I watched Gumball and I'm like, this is just stupid. Like,
but there are people who think Gumball is at least partially good. Like it's
and
a lot better than
fans
the things
of
that
everything. Like,
yeah.
I mean, there's people who like Sonic still, right?
Lol, Sonic is dead. Didn't you play Sonic Boom?
And then I'm the sad person who plays Destiny, and then like every comment on every Destiny thing ever is just people still play this game.
But the point I wanted to make when I referred to your Adventure Time is
My time.
your Adventure Time. No,
My time to shine.
my time to adventure. Is
toiling.
that the reason those shows are like weird but with a degree of quality and like sensibility is that and this connects to my whole like games for kids and then games for adults thing. Is that the people who like lived through the people who were kids during that or like preteens sort of during the stagnation era and then grew up and like or even teenagers and grew up and like created shows like the good ones that we have now. What has ended up happening, and partially because of the internet and stuff, is loads of people who aren't children enjoying this, like I don't know, you and me.
I love Steven Universe and Gravity Falls and cartoons in general. Like
part of the reason for that is because the people who are making these shows are putting in there what they wanted to have when they were our age. When they're watching those shows. So now you have like you've got like this brand new era of like top-notch cartoon shows where top-notch Firestorms cartoon shows where it's like aimed at, it's like for kids and adults, and they can
there's double layers to all the jokes and all the story. Like it appeals to both kids and adults. Like,
and it's
a kid can laugh at its face got smashed into a thing.
It's got the like stupid weirdness, but like not post-movie SpongeBob. Patrick is always horrible for no reason. Squidward wants to kill himself.
Like an angsty teenager started writing instead of whoever it was before. How delightful!
Is this the pirate?
This is the pirate.
Looks more like a rich man, dude.
His backstory is that's what he was, and he got bored of gambling, so he turned to piracy. How sloppy of me!
Kind of reminds me of the Great Mighty Pooh from Conker's Bad Fur Day.
He'll remind you more when he inflates himself.
Oh god.
You in size!
Watching you like the insignificant bug that you are.
Bring it on.
The lip movements.
Bring it on. Sly is like too cool for school.
Yeah.
Like,
Boing.
oh,
That's a really cool thing, actually.
yeah, it's a great
I've
animation.
never seen that like done for frogs before. Now that I think about it, it's such a good idea.
This game is full of those, honestly.
You know the whole, you know what I mean, right?
Floating up.
Yeah. Because like when frogs croak, that happens.
Yeah,
but,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
nobody's like done that for like a lot of things where frogs were used.
Oh, dang it.
The way his like face is positioned towards you, but then his legs are like bowed up behind you, is just so.
I really like, if you look at the icon for his head under his health bar, I really like the style of it. It's really cool.
Doesn't resemble him at all, but kind of looks more like a.
Well, it's weird because his like
lizard.
head is his body, so.
Yeah, but then that doesn't have legs in this one. His body does.
Yeah.
Have you damaged him at all?
No, I keep missing my. No! What? I totally timed that just perfectly wrong.
So eating a fly makes him a bloat.
He just gets so excited.
Is he
He's like,
like-
oh, it's so tasty! Oh!
It turns out he's like allergic to flies.
It's like an allergic reaction.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be great.
He's just having a.
Oh, yeah, okay.
He turns after a while. He starts turning red and getting rashes and stuff, and like his breathing tube.
Oh, yeah,
seizes up
and look, the
it-
face changed because his health is lower.
You have to give him like an EpiPen.
Every time you hit him, the little face, the icon changes. It becomes more and more like dazzled.
His face just looks kind of pitiful now.
Yeah. Well, he's at half health. He's like,
He's like, "Ugh,
I think I might throw up. Is what he's at now. Oh, I forgot that they go down.
that is a grotesque image, though.
And he plays his tongue like that. Yeah, this game has a lot of flair. Like,
Why is he mad at you right now?
oh,
He's stealing
'cause-
pages
no,
back
I'm
from him.
stealing from him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll finish this episode when we kill the boss. So this will be a long one.
I wish I would pay attention more. Okay.
Oh, and as I was explaining that, was not paying attention. All right.
Boing.
Yeah, but like,
Boing.
cartoons are awesome. I guess that's the end of that.
Yep.
Ow, that sound hurt, man. Ah. Okay, here we go.
It's like one last thing I want to mention about the kids and adult games is like with games like Inazuma 11, it's like okay.
Oh gosh, I'm an idiot.
It's like it's presented like a kids shonen anime.
Yeah.
And I guess the kids in Japan must play it.
Right.
But like nobody plays it out here. But so then the people
Yeah.
who do end up playing it are like
They really love it.
yeah, or people who aren't children whose like parents have bought it for them, but rather
Yeah.
like teenagers who know what it is, or who just are weebs or whatever, or are fans of that kind of stuff. And it's kind of weird because Level 5 has this, you know, they're the developers of,
Yeah.
and they did Professor Layton and stuff like that as well, and they did Rhythm Thief.
Okay, you know what? He's on full health, so
We might end it now.
yeah, we'll end it now, and we'll continue next time.
Yeah, okay.
All right. Bye.
Goodbye!